Hello, Divine Feminines. How are you? We're going to do what is on this person's mind that you're thinking of. What is on this person's mind that you're thinking of? Oh, well, that fell out. I don't know. He feels out of control. I'm going to assume it's a masculine energy. It's not the gender. It's the energy. I don't know. Things are not fair and not balanced. He may have said some things he didn't want to say. He may have ran away. This person may be avoiding you. They're very sad. They're very regretful. They're very unhappy. They feel left out of your life. It's interesting energy right here. So, what do we need to know, Spirit? Well, let's get, before we do this, I just wanted to pick up the cards so I could feel what's going on. I hope you're surviving the eclipse energies. The very heavy feeling, the main feeling I'm getting is like I have weird aches and pains, but it's like it won't really let you rest. Like there's just like a blanket of what feels like responsibilities and heaviness and things that must be dealt with. So you're coming up as the pig spirit. Use your mind wisely. He's coming up as the spider spirit. 4, 5, 6, 7. And take the lead in the middle. I think you guys are kind of stuck. And the Fool card on the bottom of the deck, beginner's mind. So he wants a new start. And more specifically, I think he wants to make the new start. What is on this pig's face? It's just a spot. Okay. I don't know why, but I'm feeling from the pig energy like there's a recovery. It's an angel energy is around you, recovering something that you lost. It's interesting that there's little orbs in these clouds and there's little orbs here. And I'm gonna get a pillow. I feel really strong energy. I don't get that energy very often. That you're recovering something you lost. You're looking for a sign. There'll be a sign. Spirit wants to say there'll be a sign for you. A clear sign. Look at that. That's crazy. Because I feel like this is this angelic energy. And here we have with the 2 orbs. Obviously it's the sun and the moon. With the angel. But then we have little orbs up in the sky here. And I feel like this is about you getting a sign. That will, what they're saying is relieve some of your worry. Wow, wow, wow. Look at all those lights in her black hat. Very intuitive connection right now. I mean, that spider really gives that to me too. 2 queens. I'm literally, if I never heard the word third party again, I would be fine. Like, I literally do not read karmic energy unless they're like forcing me to do it. But I hear everybody saying it all the time right now, and it's just like, no, I don't want to. I don't want to. So let's see. Now that I say it, it will probably come up. Knight of Swords, 6 of Wands, upright. 7 of Wands, Strength. A lot of cards from yesterday. Man, they're trying to hold something in. High Priestess, 5 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles. So we have 7, 7 right down here, right down the middle. It's so interesting because I was looking at these cards saying 56, 58, 47. I wish this was a 57. Tower, 4 of Pentacles. We actually have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of Pentacles, Justice, Judgment, 7 of Swords. For some of you, something with your family is going to come back up, come back around. You're going to revisit it. There's going to be a revision, a revisit, this light is just way too bright for my eyes. It's making me really not happy. Now I feel like there's not enough light, but it is what it is. So for some of you, this involves a sister or a mother and dealing with that energy that has been held inside for a long time. Now, let's get to the person on your mind, which could be them, but okay, first of all, this person loves your strength, your leadership, and that doesn't mean you're like a loud, brazen person. It means the word that's coming up, it's just, Spirit's funny sometimes, that's why I laugh. And whenever I'm doing that, I'm feeling like a burst of high vibration. Like if I'm laughing like that, it's never at you or at them. It's always like receiving spirit is like, it feels very, it's kind of like bubbles, like laughter. And it's just like the energy moves through you. Okay. Oh gosh. What was I going to say? He sees you as majestic, which is the funniest word to me. So it's trying to imply a very kind of regal, it's like strong and yet beautiful, and also somewhat delicate, like an angel. I don't know. Your person tried to end things. This person on your mind really tried to end things. But angel, 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 angel. But they were like trapped by you. This number 23, like a 23 and 46 has been coming up a lot. Trapped by their mind, trapped by their thoughts, trapped by their desire, trapped in your like enchanting web. They're saying this is why the spider is here. He feels somewhat caught in your web. He doesn't feel like the spider. I have a juice box today, which is making my inner child happy. Okay, so your majesty, your strength, hit him like a ton of bricks here. I think he was at kind of odds with himself. He has been at odds with himself if to invest in this or not. But here's the thing. Okay, so let's say, this is a weird analogy though. Okay, they're just giving me the stock market. I don't know why. So let's say you had a buddy and the buddy had worked in a company and they knew that this company was just going to explode when they had this new product or whatever. Obviously, this is insider trading, so it's illegal. But the buddy like casually lets it slip one night and doesn't tell you to invest or not. It just is like, you then know you have this information that's worth something, okay? It's kind of a similar feeling to what they had about you. I think at one point, maybe you had a lot of attention around you, or a lot of people wanting you, or a lot of friends talking about you, some kind of like buzz. Maybe you were really successful, or you an online presence, or you were doing something that was impressing people, whatever it was. Could be different for everyone. Could have even been like their family discussing you in some way. And that kind of like competitive side of them, because I do see that these cards are very competitive, and that they may have been like competing for your attention, trying to win your favor, affection, or even friendship, or working with you, something like that. And they really didn't know at that point. I think they're reflecting on younger days, younger times, more innocent times, because I'm feeling like this peach energy is a very, I think of peach ice cream, or really peaches, just summery, gentle, you know, somewhat sweet and refreshing. And I think they're thinking about you, and like, that's funny. At that time, oh, wow, look at, it says a sunny outlook. That's what I feel. It's very sunny. You're very sunny in a lot of ways. Like, they just didn't know what they were dealing with at that time. And I think maybe they played some games with you, or maybe they thought this was just for fun. And then what happened is they really developed very deep feelings here. And there was an understanding that came out of that experience, that, you know, this is my Empress card in this deck. It's like, my personal feeling of the Empress is that everywhere she walks, just everything blooms, everything grows. She gives so much energy and life to everything. And that takes a very secure energy, a very secure presence to constantly give like that. But so one of the things that impressed them so much was just the loving aura around you, and how you seem to be kind of assisted in, oh yeah, you have cornucopia too. How you seem to be kind of like blessed, or guided by angels, or you see how that's exactly double. It's like what he thought of you to begin with, it was such an increase once there was actually interaction with you, that it made him in a lot of ways feel not enough. I know this is really it's like, I feel like it's been said too many times, but that's what's here. But it also just grabbed his heart, right? Look at, you know, wow, victory, carrying connection, sort of value, but victory's in reverse. So there was a time here where he was out to win, but he didn't win. And then when he wanted to win something else, he didn't think he could win. Anyway, he wants to come here, take the lead, and plant these seeds in this fertile ground. That's quite a metaphor, Spirit. It's not, it is a more innocent comment. It's a more spiritual comment than it's coming across as. So, my body's getting hot. It's not entirely innocent, if that is appropriate for this relationship, but you're learning this lesson of compassion. Compassion is, I feel like I left something behind, but if we need it, it'll come back. Compassion's a very, very high level, beautiful energy. It's when you can observe what people are doing without judgment and understand that in reality, people are doing the best that they can. Sometimes it's very hard to justify that, but again, the justification is a judgment that they could do better. Ugh, I feel like this has like this huge lesson in it that's about to come out. Okay, what is it, Spirit, that we need to know here? There's something here about when they were younger, they didn't have the respect for how much life requires of you to progress. Like, I'm getting a lot around this card. These cards here, they thought it would be so easy just to be successful. Cobra medicine. Interesting card. Okay. They're finding really, it's not as easy as it seemed. I feel stupid for running. Yes. The hologram. Everything we feel and emote is reflected and given back to us in opportunities to feel them again. This is why we strive to live in love. I think he's being shown a lot of things in his dreams, which is what happens when we repress emotions. Eventually they come out in our dream if we can't find a way to express them. This is how my teacher taught me. Aligned action, Mercury, no good thing shall be denied, two joining together. So you two are in the process of rejoining. There's a lot of forces simultaneously working. They're showing me this number 8, which has kind of been a thing. Could be somewhere between Taurus and Cancer energies. This could have to do with a Taurus or a Cancer, or they could be someone or a Leo. Someone may add like kind of fuel. Could have to do with an Aquarius or a Capricorn. Fool's gold and gold. They've been coming out together. Green flag. A Libra. I don't think I've ever had so many of those signed cards come out at once. Atlantis, Mastermind, Virgo. This is very unusual. I tried to move on and it failed, for sure. You're going to feel something is off in his energy when he comes. In fact, I feel like you're going to spiritually feel his energy in advance when either he wants to talk to you about a situation or he's coming back to you. I don't see outright separation here, but I don't not see it, right? Like usually when we're looking at readings, we kind of don't know what's going on. I know I treated you badly and I'm too proud to say sorry and I don't know what to say. Again, with the sleeping, I feel like there is manifestation going on here where he hopes he won't have to be the one to be brave and tell you how he feels. So there's a desire for him to transform into a more pure energy. And when I say pure, I mean an energy that comes directly from his soul and his feelings, and not something that's manipulated and contrived to make sure he doesn't get hurt, make sure he doesn't attach. Because attachment for him, you know, this is an avoidant energy or a complex PTSD where you get close and then it runs. He desires to transform. He desires to be brave enough to take the lead in that. It's funny though, the energy that I'm getting, it's like he sees you as kind of an all-knowing being. Are you? No, of course not. We're not all-knowing beings, but he sees you as having an awareness that not everybody has. He sees you sort of like a peacock, like a special entity that's different. There's a lot of very spiritual cards here that I see you receive downloads that you might not even really realize how you know them. You know, you may have a special gift or talent too. You may be a singer, a writer. You may have this ability to channel your inner child, your feelings, very like you might write poetry or paint, or it doesn't have to be in the arts, but it feels like whatever comes from you, it's very pure is this word they're giving me, and brilliant. And brilliant, I mean, when we hear truth, it vibrates at a certain frequency, and it's just undeniable. You know, in your soul, that truth vibrates, and you know, you don't have to wonder. He desires to be that person that can speak truth. I feel from these cards that I'm seeing that for most of them, it's quite a challenge to get there. I would actually think that there would be times where he desires to speak truth and he can't quite get to the authenticity of letting it all out. Now, for quite a long time, actually, I've had this message coming through of, and it's still there, it's like when he speaks, I feel like you've made this long list of things that you want to talk about or say or let him know that's, it's hurt you. Just like let him talk all the way till he's done. That's what's coming through. Do what you want with that information. So you're getting intuition. He's getting leadership. So we have two cards of leadership and anger. And that's that energy that I'm talking about. And then innocence. Look at, this is very, very interesting. This is your inner child. Take time to play, nurture your inner child, live with a childlike sense of wonder. Your inner child is angry. Safely express your anger. Use anger as a positive force. Honor all your emotions as sacred. That's your shadow. Look at the eclipse light behind it. It's a beautiful energy. Anger is actually quite a high frequency. I know it's weird. This isn't about unleashing fury or whatever. This literally is getting super, super in touch with your emotions and like taking ownership of them and your self-worth and being like, something like this, whatever it is you feel. I'm not telling you what you feel, but it's like, you know, I know now I really deserved better. But, you know, thank you for helping me see that. Thank you for the lesson you taught me. I'm still angry about the way you treated me. You know, anger forms healthy boundaries because it really tells you where someone has crossed your boundary. And you might not have even known it was there. Or you may have been very lax. Like the intuition says, listen to the whispers of your heart. Use divination to help you decide. Trust your intuition no matter what. So right before this, I was talking to someone and it was about you always need to be very aware of who's doing your divination. And the vibration of the person doing your divination can drastically affect the divination. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, so let us continue. Anything else on this? I mean, I see that you guys have really taken the journey and turned it inward. And I feel like that's for both of you. And the spider's giving me this energy of like, that feels unbelievable to you. Like, no way he took this seriously. No way he took a journey inward. No way he's working on this. The cards say he is. Again, I come back to the point that working on, it's not healed, it's working on. And if you two reunite, come back together, there's always a reason for that. There's always a reason that, I don't know which one I want, that you're brought back together. If you have to trigger each other, if there's whatever needs to happen, has to happen. You know, I do feel, I have felt for myself, I feel this in the collective. Oh, I got the burp, so we know. This is important, that there's been kind of a, you know, I hate the word spiritual test, but it's been sort of a spiritual test. And to see how far you've come, if you haven't felt it yet, it's about to be there. To see if you take the bait of what was you would have taken previously. And yeah, I think it was hard. Working the road. It was hard for you to decide. But if you're here listening to this reading, it feels like you have cleaned up your vibration. You have, passed the test. Oh, I didn't put this deck all in the upright. Every single card except this one came up in the upright. New life in reverse. Interesting. I feel like you're going back to an old situation here. This is quite beautiful. You know, I think you chose yourself, or you're going to choose yourself in this situation. And look, there is this thing, this Brené Brown quote that's been in my mind for such a long time. It's like, the opposite of belonging is fitting in, is what she says. When we belong, we can be authentically ourselves, and we know we are in the family, the group, the whatever. There is a safety there. Fitting in is what is required if you don't feel safe, if you don't feel belonging, right? there is some kind of your soul mending that. That's what I feel from this. So we had the 3 of Pentacles come up somewhere. I feel like it's an important energy here. It was 3 of Cups is what they're showing me. I don't know, your soul feels weary. Your soul feels weary. What they're saying, you have so you have so little left to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these 10 cards have this checkered banner on it. This one has a checkered tablecloth. You're almost at the finish line. They're right there. They're not saying the finish line. They're saying a finish line. You know, there's an energy coming through that's going to be very celebratory. And part of it is that there's a mending. The words they're giving me are expectation versus, I guess it's reality, or what is. Accepting what is. Expectations versus accepting what is. And I see the 11 here. This was like what added up to an 11. 11 is important right now. You two are like getting on equal footing, but it's going to require you to have quite a bit of poise, to be flexible, and to allow, I kind of feel like I'm out in no man's land here, honestly. They're not giving me like the stability that they usually give me, and so part of that is like building the trust. You're gonna have to kind of go one piece at a time, and that's by design. You know, there's a face in this house. There's a face on the side of the elephant. There's a face right here. There's a lot of eyes on you. There's a lot of angelic eyes on you, a lot of people's eyes on you. You're getting a lot of attention for this kind of star energy you're having. You're being like, I don't feel like a star energy, but it is there. And more of it's coming. They are saying, do things right. Do things the right way. When you have a choice, take the time, do it right, check the facts, get the guidance, you know. It seems to be important to do things by the book, to utilize resources that you have, to make sure that everything is kind of like your ducks are in a row. Energy's moving fast and it's strong. So get the help that you need before moving forward and feel very solid, right? If you skip the steps, which is like my specialty, if you skip the steps, there's going to be some regret here. Don't skip the steps you need to take. Don't make it more complicated than it actually is, but don't skip the steps that anchor it to the 3D, that make it, they're using the word compliant. You're not going to be able to control everything, and you have to be compliant with whatever is going on. And in the compliance of your flexibility, there's some like important humbleness that comes. It's like, yeah, you are in this star energy. Yeah, you're in this high priestess energy. You're channeling spirit in a lot of ways, but it's this recognition that you're also not above learning, not above admitting mistakes, that you're able to look at yourself. You know, this person, you may feel like they've done a lot of things wrong. They might also feel like you did a lot of things wrong that you don't necessarily agree with. But they're saying be open to that criticism too. Like, this is separate from the compliance. The compliance feels more like, you know, dot the I's, cross the T's, check everything carefully. We are in Mercury retrograde after all. This is more about, don't feel like just because you feel like you're the one in the right, you didn't hurt them, you didn't do some things that maybe they saw they're angry at. You're driving this person to be a leader. You're driving them into leadership. You've inspired them to a degree that it's like, that's how inspiration works, right? It's like when you find something that's really inspiring to you, you share it. And maybe it becomes your work, but maybe it just becomes your passion. Or it's like, if, let's say you read a book and it really helped you understand like why you were in pain or how you were stuck or whatever it is, how you can make your life better. And someone comes to you and they're like, I'm stuck, I'm in pain, I don't like my life. You're like, oh, I read this book and it's fantastic. And that's just an example. Like, you're inspiring this person to inspire others. It's a beautiful energy. It's a beautiful thing. My juice is gone. Anyway, so I love these cards. Oh, I'm really drawn to the anger card. It feels like a release of something that has been held on to for a very long time and has clouded the reality for a while. I see here, it's in this bubble, right? It's not really clouds, but it's like you can't really see what's outside the bubble accurately. Do you know what I'm saying? You two may have had the fondest of feelings for each other, the most love. But if you're in that cloud of anger or you're in that bubble, it's distorted. And that bubble could have been from 20, 30, 40, 50 more years ago. Like, they could have been living in that bubble their whole life. And you came and you're like, hey, get out of your bubble. You didn't say that, but you know what I'm saying? Okay, you have spiritual awakening, shift or be shifted. That's interesting. He has high priest again, personal empowerment, beautiful. 1111, twin flame, everything's possible. That may be the last card in the deck. Bottom of the deck is 1-1, the chosen one. Fast track to ascension. These cards are growing on me. Generator, stay grounded. King, divine masculine. Enter the vortex, aligning with infinite abundance. I feel like you're, I loved that show when I was little, The Jeffersons, and that theme song. Moving on up. And I feel like you're moving on up. They're saying harnessing your anger is going to be a really key part of that ascension. It's like that may be a part of the recovery of the people pleaser aspect. If you deal with that it's not a bad thing to be angry. And they may have been trapped in, because I saw this card and I told you the 23 and the 46. It may be that them releasing some anger that they've held on to for a long time moves them into this King of Swords energy. It may be what kept them trapped in that bubble. But it's you that's brought this into their awareness. Meaning you shook them up so much. Like, I literally feel like you took their snow globe they were trapped in and you just shook it. And emotionally, of course, metaphorically. Why do I feel so lost? Is it over? Did I say something about feeling lost in this reading or another reading? I don't know. I could feel this lost energy. Like, I feel like it was in this energy. But if I could go back in time, I would use different ways to deal with our problems. It hurts so much. I don't know who I am anymore. Desire triggered me. Yes. I don't want to be alone. Codependency. Life without you is hopeless, dark, and depressing. I miss your light. Yes. Will this ever change? So that's what I was talking about in the beginning. I don't know who I am anymore. They're trying to figure that out. Why can't I move on from you? I need to figure myself out. That Hermit energy is very strong. They're figuring out. They're going to figure out. See? You are too nice. I don't deserve your kindness. But there is a problem with being too nice. It's that you repress your anger. They are seeing that they have a light inside them too. That's that inspiration. There is a stuck energy here. It feels stuck. And I think that's where your boundaries come in if necessary. It's like, if they come back to you just to take your light, just to see if you'll still give it to them, that is problematic. It's like, if they come back to you like that, there's a need to ask of them to show their light to you. You know what I'm saying by that? It's going to be different for everyone, but it's like there has to be some kind of vulnerability on their part. Allowing that inner child to come out, allowing that their heart to be shown and to trust you. Because it's the lack of trust that's the real problem here. If I could go back in time, I would use different ways to deal with our problems. You're going to have to demand that they are different if they want something from you. And I'm not talking about being manipulative. I'm saying there may be a repeat of a situation. It feels a lot like it felt before. And you may or may not accept what you accepted before. But that's, for lack of a better word, your spiritual test that's coming to see that spiral, right? You've got to spiral up. You have to demand better of yourself. Oh, my cards are all mixed up. Whoops. If you want the outcome to be different, they're kind of doing to you the same thing that you're like doing to the universe. It's like, no, give me your light. Give me something better. But I don't want to have to give anything for it. You have to give something for that exchange. That's an energy exchange, right? We had the yin yang come up in reverse. We can't just take. That's breaking the laws of the universe. And you will pay the consequences of that. The karma will come back to you. You're very close to achieving your goals. Give a spoon. So like I said, right there. Conclusion is within reach. Full moon eclipse. Full moon eclipse. Oh, we just had that before this one. Have faith in your dreams. Waxing crescent moon. Nothing will... I don't need that card. It's time to take action, new moon in Aries. So that was yesterday. You're good enough, full moon in Virgo. Your commitment is being tested. And this commitment is to yourself and to your growth, to your own boundaries. I wish I had a different word for test. Hold your vision. Okay, that's beautiful. Get some of these. I really like this message. I feel like it shows there's a progression happening and about to happen more. And they're really highlighting that like finish line. Not that it's a race, but it's like inner wisdom and sensitivity. You've come a lot farther than you think you have. Bodies of water. Spend time near water, such as a lake, river, or ocean, to recharge your batteries. Sedna, infinite supply. You're supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. And then Yemenya, get a shell because she likes shells. Golden opportunity. She hasn't come out for a very long time. Important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. This is a very important energy. Quiet time. You're going to be given opportunities. I think one of the very first things I said was like decisions, but they could have been in the past and it could be repeating now. Like, I feel like there's almost a do-over of a situation that's, or a very similar energy. And you get to decide now who you are. If you need, take quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. Awaken your goddess within you and dance. Self-care and appreciating your divinity. Easy does it. I don't think this hasn't come out for a long time. There's no need to hurry or force things. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. So there is something here about cultivating faith. Do we need to know more about what this is, Spirit? I'm gonna get these. Sure that the side of my face is lovely. Okay. What advice do you have about this situation and what's going on with this person on their mind? Break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. I love that. No, I knew that card was going to come out. The ever-unfolding rose, cracked open, is happening for you, not to you. They may resist a lot of what's going on. Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. So that is a card of what I've been talking about with the light, right? There's 2 towers here. Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. Getting grounded. Connecting with nature and grounding yourself is, like I've been saying for the past like week and a half or 2 weeks. I think this is somehow either directly deals with ancestral trauma being healed, or there's like 2 stories that are kind of like, I don't know the word I want to use, like concurrently supporting your evolution. Because they feel like they're intertwined or together. It's like these stories are really trying to get you emotionally upset. So you'll be, this is the yod on this card. That tree of life in the red circle. You've got to recognize, the injustice. Judgments could be legal, sneaky, finances. There's a lot here that it could be. A lot of different things kind of all together. I feel like the judgment, it could be legal, it could be unfair treatment, it could be so many things. could be divorce or relationship breaking apart. Yeah, forgiving and learning. I'm paying attention to the red flags. I don't love this deck, but you know, there's things about these situations that are really, really difficult to accept. So difficult that I think it's paradigm shifting. Like, you never saw yourself in a relationship with a person like this, whatever that is. You never saw someone you're in a relationship with doing something like this. It doesn't have to be romantic. This could be family. Like, the things that you're seeing right now, I feel like are for your spiritual benefit. And I know that's hard when there are difficult things going on, because there are a lot of difficult things going on right now. It's really hard to say, oh, that probably was the only way I could have learned that lesson. You know, I'm not God. I don't know. Is it the only way? It's the way that it happened. And I believe in a higher power. So that's a question you have to answer for yourself. But I think I don't know if I said this in a private reading or in yesterday's reading, but it's like, you can surrender easily or you can make it really, really difficult. And surrender means accepting what is. And that includes accepting your anger about a situation. And all I keep getting, which I'm like, why, Spirit? I keep getting is that, you know, golden opportunity, golden heart. We had fool's gold and gold. You're really going to know what gold is. Like, you're going to know your worth, the worth of your heart, the worth of relationships, the worth of situations. It's like, you're going to know this one way or another. You're going to learn the difference between what appears to be valuable and what is actually valuable. And that's the lessons of this that you may be learning while simultaneously teaching. And sometimes those lessons, man, they are doozies. If you're on an advanced path, there's just no words. So we're gonna get a couple advice cards. There's just no words for how it will challenge everything you believe. I'm gonna move this card out of the way just so I can take the crystal off, because she's unclothed. But again, it's like, there are dolphins and owls here again. It's like, be wise, be playful. This did fall onto the floor, which I take as a good omen of success. I think a lot of you are wondering how things will turn out. They really want you to use your intuitive abilities to make decisions right now. Your emotions, your anger, your feeling. And a lot of this is also about taking things off the pedestal. Oh, wow. Beautiful. So you have Morganite, relationship healing. An interesting card. If you are kind of in a battle with someone, there's a lot there. Ask for guidance from Morganite if you need guidance. He has calcite, relaxation. again, with that Hermit energy, I'm feeling very strongly there's an inward centered gaze. Orpiment is success. Red Jasper, healthy boundaries. Master teacher card. You're learning master lessons. Ancient wisdom crystal. Ancient wisdom. And another master card. Master teacher. Soul connection crystal. The lovers. So it's not you just learning them. Whoever you are in this with, and I strongly feel like it's two different people, but it could be one person, or more even. Could be 3 or 4. You know, soul families incarnate together, and your soulmates are your twins' soulmates too. As horrible as it is, their karmic is your soulmate, and they're actually trying to help you. Trust me, I know. So we have Dark Blue Galactic Dragon, helps you listen to the voice of the universe, ignites the codes of your master blueprint, access cosmic wisdom, and enter higher service. He burns up the lower energies around you. He may be quite surrounded by lower energies that he doesn't really vibe with anymore, or that will be part of his kind of ascension tests, choices. You're safe and protected. Be determined and inspired. There's that word again. Clear your soul's pathway. Alpha Dragon, harness with that beautiful eclipse energy behind him. So we've had 3 kind of leadership. Harness the divine masculine power of creation. Destroy the old. Visualize the dream. Help to manifest a new world. Earth and Fire Dragon works with you to clear the 5th dimensional ley lines. It is time for service. When you give, you receive. So I said something about that too. We have to give more. Sometimes it all runs together. My brain, I really didn't sleep very well last night. So my brain's kind of all over the place, and I've been channeling really strong messages. Faith. So cultivating your faith. Look at Voice of Truth. Lady Portia. Oh, I really want Saint Germain to be there. We have Green Tara, Commander Ashtar. So humanity and benevolence. Stay calm. Trust the good in yourself and others. See the light in the world. Joan of Arc. Truth. Voice of Truth. Stand strong. Focus on your purpose. Release the fear of persecution and speak your truth. Lady Portia, Divine Order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. Green Tara, Supreme Protection. You are protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitations and trust. So, strong energies. Beautiful energies, but strong. Challenging for sure at times. Cultivating faith in the unseen is, this is one of my favorite quotes from Luke Belmar, is that it takes, and I was meditating on it last night, it takes so much personal development to make that shift. I think yesterday I said the shift from Newtonian physics to quantum mechanics is this ability to have faith in the unseen. And it's incredibly challenging. Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. Romance. Cupid's arrow strikes. Embrace. Through each other you find the missing pieces. Transformation. These are cute. Okay. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. A message for you. I'm thinking of you at this very moment. My love, your love fills me with light. Just as I said in the reading, I love you. Playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. And I really, really believe, like the dolphins, the inner child, try your hardest to remain open to joy and wonder and that high frequency that comes through, you know, seeing things through a child's eyes. Laughter is the best therapy. Go have some fun together. Remember, love is the greatest healer. There's no right or wrong when it comes to your heart. Friendship, twin flames. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. So I kind of feel tired of these cards, but I love that they so often use exact words I've used in the reading. They're very lovely like that. I just feel like I could maybe get a new deck that has some messages. That's what I tried to buy, and I ended up getting the unicorns and the twin flames, which I actually really like. They've been really helpful cards. Anyway, I hope this has served you. I hope I've translated it so you could hear the messages you need to hear. Sending you a lot of love. If you do want a reading, there's a little bit of a wait right now because I have a line and I'm going very slow. It's on my Etsy, and I really appreciate any liking, sharing, commenting you can do. If you want to put 444 in the box just as a helpful algorithm thing, I would appreciate that. But I'm sending you love. Bye.